What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson. Whether you're listening to the podcast version on iPodcast or Spotify, or if you're here with us live on 89.1 FR WIDR Kalamazoo. I'm here with my special guest, Juan Howard, man. What's up?
What's up, bro?
President of Black Student Union. What's up, man? How's it going?
Yes, sir, man.
All right, we about to get into these topics. Go ahead, throw your social media out there as well.
Social media, Juan2, 4 underscores, Instagram, no Twitter, no Snapchat, no nothing.
You gotta get on Twitter, man.
Man, they've been telling me that for years, bro.
Yeah, you gotta get on Twitter for sure.
Make something shake eventually, man.
You gotta get on Twitter. But anyway, y'all know where to find me on Twitter at IamMannyWilson, and be sure to follow the podcast page on Instagram at The Run Podcast. So Juan, we here to talk about sports. You wanted to get it cracking about sports. Anyway, so it's multiple topics. But before we get into the other topics, I just want to start off with, do you think Bron is still the best player in the league? Because we've seen some crazy stuff happen. Yeah, we've seen Bron even do his thing, so we can't completely discount him out because we seen him do his thing too on a few nights.
No, them facts, man. You can't. It's 4 games into the season.
Yeah, it's still early. It's
early. We got AD dropping 40 and 20.
He went crazy the other night.
You know what I'm saying? Looking like Bron at number 2 right now on his own team.
On his own. Wait, all right, so well, that's obvious. We all know he number 2 on his own team. AD way younger. AD can hoop. AD, we know that. I think that's clear. But in terms of that, so we established that. I'm glad we agree on that. Bron is the second best on his team. He got somebody that can actually carry and help him out. Now, what about the league, though?
And I ain't going to say he's the second best on his team, but he's just playing number 2 role right now.
Yeah, he's taking a back seat.
Got to coast himself for the playoffs. I think Bron's still the best player in the world.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, man. I think Bron's still the
You got
best
him
player
above Kawhi.
I got Bron above Kawhi.
And above KD, even though KD injured.
Yeah.
Juan, I can't believe it, bro.
Yeah,
How?
Just controlling the game, bro. Kawhi,
coming to the mic. I want to make sure they can hear you, though. I just want to make sure they can hear you.
Nah, man. Just controlling the game. I ain't seen Kawhi control the pace of a game.
What?
Not the way that Bron do it, bro. Bron could literally win you a game. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi can too, but like last year we talking about Toronto, right? Mm-hmm. Kawhi had a good, damn near a great supporting cast. Siakam, Van Vliet, you feel me? They wasn't like no scrubs. So Kawhi, like that team, I ain't seen Kawhi carry your team how LeBron could carry your team. I ain't seen that shit. I ain't seen nobody carry a team like LeBron could carry your team.
I mean, it ain't. I never seen it either. Ain't nobody seen it for real unless you was. I don't know. You must have been watching like Oscar Robinson and Bill Russell if you was watching. But even then, though, it's still an argument on there. Like, oh,
some Hall of Famers on it. Exactly.
They play with other Hall of Famers.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen no player with the impact that Bron got. You seen what Cleveland do once Bron left, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
But bro, I'm not gonna address it from the aspect of him leading a team by himself. We know he has the best IQ in basketball. We know he can control the game in other ways that other people can't. But in terms of the most skillful player and the most all-around put-together player, he's not the best no more, bro. I gotta break it to you. Look,
so who you saying better, Kawhi?
As of now, hell yeah, Kawhi. I got Kawhi at the top, bro, because one, Kawhi was already up there. Like Bron was within the past few years. Bron was up there. I would put Bron at number 1. Actually, I had KD at number 1 within last year, and I don't remember for sure, but maybe the year before that. But I had KD up top last year for sure, and I think the year before that. No, I'm not a Bron hater at all. I'm not a Bron hater at all. But I
feel you.
Bron he's aging once, so he's slowing down. And that's a different argument whether he was the best last year or the year before that.
I got some stats for you in a second.
Okay,
bro.
we can pull him up. But anyway, so within the last few years, KD, that's a different argument and everything. But now Bron is a little bit older. Kawhi, he's a little bit younger. Kawhi, we see him grow from just being a defensive player and a player to run a fast break with to now he's at the point where he's like, hell, I can distribute. Yeah, I can distribute. I can play defense, and then if you need me to, I'll put it in a hoop. I can score now too, and he got moves with it too.
Mid-range go crazy.
Yeah, he got moves. And like you hear, you know how people are always saying like, damn, Kawhi looking more and more like Jordan.
Yeah.
You ever hear people say that?
Yeah.
The more I think about that, I'm just like, you got to remember, he working out with Kobe Bryant every summer. And what did Kobe do? He took all the Jordan moves and abused the hell out of every single move that Jordan did and just used it to where it was like unbearable to guard or like you cannot guard it. And Kawhi, he's at the point where he's getting to that. He's at that unstoppable moment, bro. He's at that unstoppable peak. And Bron's just at the point where he's declining because Bron can't do it all like he could when he was in Miami or when he first went back to Cleveland.
We ain't seen this shit, bro. I mean, look, we consider Bron off year. Bron averaged what, 25?
I ain't saying he having an off year.
I mean, he was about this decline that my man's having. He still averaged 25. What, like 7 and 7 last year? Something crazy like that's an off year.
It was almost a triple dub. And that's almost a triple dub.
And that's an off year. I think our expectations for Bron, you feel me, just so high. Everybody else catching up, and we thinking like
that is true.
LeBron declining, like I ain't seen no big decline yet. So I ain't gonna put that throne yet.
Like, don't get me wrong when I say to anybody listening. Don't get me wrong when I say that LeBron is declining in terms of he's not effective anymore. I don't want that to be what people take when I say he's declining because he could. I would still take Bron over damn near any player in the league if I had to choose. If I couldn't choose KD or Kawhi or AD, then I would definitely choose Bron. He's still a factor.
He number 4. He number 4,
bro. That age.
He number 4, bro.
When I think of when I hear people say Bron is the best in the world, I'm thinking South Beach Bron. I think South Beach Bron. I'm not arguing with
2016 Bron. 2017
he was
Bron.
I don't know about 2017. KD was something serious, bro.
No, that year LeBron had probably the greatest playoff run of all time. That year they got swept by the Warriors. He did. He had about like 3-4 game winners in there, averaging about 35, something crazy.
I mean, Kawhi
dropped 50 on the Warriors.
Kawhi had a hell of a playoff run last year too, though. And look. Oh, I'm about to get you on this. And look, Kawhi, his road to the finals, you can't tell me that road wasn't difficult as hell. He had a way more difficult road to the finals. He played the Philadelphia 76ers, the best they've been in the last decade.
Okay.
The Milwaukee Bucks, the best they've been in the last decade. I don't remember who they played first round. Was it Orlando Magic, I think?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Okay, but that's first round. It's supposed to be easy. Yeah. But the next 2 series or the next 2 rounds, he played 2 teams who were at their best in the past decade. And where was Bron in the last decade in the East? He was, and I'm not discrediting him, but his road getting there was not that difficult. Besides maybe a few years of the 8 that he went to the finals. His finals games were difficult for sure. I'll give him that. And Kawhi, if you want to argue with me with that he had an easy finals like game or an easy final series, I'll accept that argument because people was hurt, whatever. That's a different story. Right. But the road there, that was a difficult road, bro. He had to beat some top tier talent in the league.
Them facts though, and my argument against that is that it wasn't just Kawhi in those games, bro. Siakam was most improved.
He had help. He had help.
I'm telling you. Put Kawhi on that 2018 Cavs team that they got swept by the Warriors. Dog, they not making out the first round, second round. You know what I'm saying? Put Bron on that last year Toronto team, they running through it.
That's true. I put a picture.
Bron won the ship last year if he
was in Toronto.
If he would have stayed in Cleveland, he would have won the ship. That Cleveland team could have beat that Toronto team.
No.
Yes, it would have.
No.
That Cleveland team beat that Toronto team.
Don't do that.
I'm telling you, man.
No, bro. Their second best player was Kevin Love. Besides Kevin, and that's already a mismatch right there because the Raptors' second best player was Siakam, and Siakam would give buckets on Kevin Love. He give multiple buckets, and from down there, bro. And Cleveland ain't had no coach.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I get what you mean because that was the headphone. I get what you mean for sure because I mean I understand, but at this point now, bro, Kawhi's talent is so much. I won't say so much better than what LeBron is working with because Bron is declining. But Bron's just at that point now where he can't do it all anymore. He can't give you. I mean, he possibly can, but for the whole season, for the duration of the season, and this is probably an argument too. Some people may say Kawhi gonna get hurt, whatever, or he injury prone. Right. You know, people always like to argue that. But for the duration of the season, every time LeBron playing a game, he ain't gonna be able to give you that. I'm gonna play both ends of the floor.
That's true. He do take nights off.
Yeah, he gonna have to take some nights off, and that just comes with age. And I'm not hating on him for it or like getting on him for it because I mean he's getting older. He need that. True. He need that Anthony Davis help. He need that help. And I mean that's just,
he said the offense gonna run through AD this year.
And it has to because I mean he getting older. He like look. I'm not trying to be zipping back and forth up and down the court like I was in South Beach because that took time. That took miles.
But the thing with that, with AD being the primary, I don't like Bron. He been, you know what I'm saying, too passive these first couple games, man.
That's why they lost to the Clippers the first game.
Just trying to force it in there too much. Like I think Bron got to realize he's a great facilitator. You know what I'm saying?
He is.
He's great.
He is best playmaker one of the best playmakers that ever played a game.
Yeah, definitely the best passing small forward of all time. But you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But no,
damn
man,
near the best passer of all time. If it wasn't for Magic Johnson,
man, you forget about a couple greats. John Stockton up there. You know what I'm saying?
Bron be throwing, bro. Yeah, ain't he the leader of assists? I think John Stockton is leading in assists.
Assists and steals.
Yeah, his steal record ain't never been touched. I don't think that steal record is ever been touched. I don't think that assist is
neither though. We'll see with all these triple doubles and craziness going on in the league.
My guy Russ. We gotta move on, bro. We gonna move on to the next topic. So I guess we just gonna have to agree to disagree. Y'all let us know, man. Let us know who y'all think is the best in the league right now.
About King James, man.
It's not King. He ain't even like as you said. He not even the best on his team.
I take that back. I'll just say he deferred right now. Playoff time, we gonna see who's still the best in the world.
He was right. He ain't the best on his team. But we got to move on. We're going to keep going with the topics. Ron is going to stay here with me for a little bit longer. But until then, we're going to get into this music selection. And we're going to have Big Sean featuring Metro Boomin, Who's Stopping Me.